What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode with my pal Alex and Feisty Pants.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Q&A 95. Look at right there. That's a 9-5. We are we're 5 episodes away from episode Q&A 100. And episode 600 is going to be a party, is the word I used previously. Teresa, my Yankee buddy, would like to know if I had to do if I had to pick something, that I could do now that I couldn't when I was younger for a whole week, what would it be and why? You know, I couldn't answer this one for you, buddy. Things that I couldn't do back in the day, I looked at as an obstacle to overcome and then thusfully, look, that's a new word. So there was never really anything that I couldn't do. Maybe if I... and then even if I could do it, well, you know, for only a week, that's like a tease. But no, this was hard to answer. I couldn't think of something for this one. Teresa also wants to know if I knew that Brie Bella's match at WrestleMania was her last one. Yes, I did. She had talked about last season, Total Divas, that she was looking to come to an end, to retire. She wanted to get on with her life and have kids with Daniel. And I think it was also announced almost as the card was announced. I think it was known like early in March that it was going to be her last match. What movie do you know the next line before they say it? Spaceballs. I have seen Spaceballs 100 million times, and this is, you know, I like to keep these videos short, so I can't quote it now, but I could, like, you know, if the time were there, if the time were upon us, if it called for something. Anthony would like to know, do I watch SmackDown? Yes, I do. Do I play any instruments? No, I don't. I always wanted to learn piano because I figured everybody played guitar. It was a little cliche. Oh, I know guitar too. But not everybody knows piano, so I guess I could still learn. David Griffin has another mountain of questions for us. Who is my favorite character on Crowded so far? Crowded is a new comedy on Sunday nights, with Miranda Cosgrove from iCarly and Patrick Warburton. He's done a number of roles. He does the voice on Joe on Family Guy. He voices Joe on Family Guy. He was Elaine's boyfriend on Seinfeld for a while. Seinfeld. And I would have to pick Patrick Warburton. He is a funny man. He's very funny. Favorite character so far. What was the worst sickness I ever got as a kid? I was a late teenager. Was starting a new job at ShopRite, and I got the chicken pox at a barbecue, like the weekend before I started. Like if I started on Monday, the barbecue was Saturday. I was exposed to someone, you know, kid who had chicken pox. And I show up Monday night for work, and it's like, oh, I guess he's got a lot of acne. But no, full on chicken pox. I had it everywhere. It was the worst. What else? Which Major League Baseball teams do you see playing in the 2016 Civil Rights Game? There's not a Civil Rights Game. It's a ceremony, a banquet where they recognize civil rights activists. It's not a game. With A-Rod retiring next season, which it's still not definite, and it's not next. It would be after next season. He's got a contract through 2017, so the proper terminology there would be after next season, which is still not definite. Which member of the Yankees will step up as team captain? Well, see, there's a couple of flaws in that question there, David. A-Rod, number 1, is not retiring. Number 2 is not the team captain. Now, granted, after the 2017 season, he's eligible to retire if he likes. However, let me ask you this. If he has another good season this year, like he did in 2015, and then has another good season in 2017, and it leaves him like 20 home runs shy of the record for most career home runs, are you going to walk away from that? I wouldn't. I'd play another like 1 year 2018 contract just to have a decent season and take the record. I would totally do that. But I don't know. I don't know who would step up as captain. Nobody's done it since Jeter retired, and there doesn't necessarily have to be a captain. There was no captain before Jeter. After Mattingly retired, there was a gap. What celebrity do you want to see guest host on Raw? You know, I'm not a fan of the celebrity guest hosts. I would like to see Hall of Famers guest host Raw, maybe, like WWE Hall of Famers. Like, hey, you know, it's Lita one week, it's, you know, somebody else another week. Although I didn't think Dr. Phil did too bad this past week. Which WWE Hall of Famer would you want to do a ride-along episode with? Definitely Trish Stratus, because we all know my pal Alex is in love with Trish Stratus from the beginning. What was the worst injury you ever got? I was playing football with the guys, and we kicked off, and, you know, we run afterwards, you know, after the other side to, you know, get the ball or whatever. And my buddy Joe bumps me, and I'm running, and I flipped completely upside down. My hand caught the ground, like right behind your thumb. There's like a small bone. It's squarish, and I broke it in half. It was so painful. I had a cast up to my arm for 3 months, and then they cut it down to my wrist, my forearm for 3 more months. In 7th, that was early college. In 7th and 8th grade, I was one of those years. I don't remember exactly when, but I was swinging on a swing, and I was standing, and I went to go jump off. And as I went to go jump off, my friend Crystal had come up behind and kicked the swing to knock me off. So with the kick and the jump, my head hit the crossbar right on top here, bang, and concussion. I fell to the ground like a solid. At the most, it was 8 feet, but I fell flat on the back of my head. I blacked out, and you know they took me to the hospital. I had a concussion. My opinion. What is my opinion on the new WWE Women's Championship belt? I like it. You know, the heavyweight championship has a giant W. It's like the ladies' version of that. I don't hate it. With the Diva Search returning to the network, what changes do you see happening to that show? Well, let me inform you this. The Divas Search is not returning to the network. They were thinking about doing it in 2015, and then they shit-canned the idea because they weren't doing it. And so there's no plans to do it for 2016. Especially not if they just changed the Divas title to the Women's title. Total Divas, the TV show, is probably coming to an end now that Bree's retiring and Nikki is probably not going to last much longer, even if she returns from her injury. And it looks like the Divas division is turning into the Women's division. I mean, that's what they said, you know? So why would they bring the Divas Search? They should just do more Tough Enough and get more female competitors in there. That's what I would do. No Diva Search, David. Sorry. You have a couple of flaws in your questions this week. And how cool was it for you and Grimm to be on Comedy Central at midnight on April 6th? The April 6th airing of At Midnight. It's a comedy show. Comedy game show with hosted by Chris Hardwick, and they used the clip of me and Grimm opening WrestleMania 30 figures. Look that one up. It's hilarious. It's if you Google At Midnight 46 and then look for Grimm's video. It's WrestleMania 30 figures unboxing, something like that. You can put the two together. Funko Pop Collector wants to know, did I meet Grimm through the Collector's documentary? And Olivier Jonker wants to know, where and when did I meet Grimm? We were friends from childhood. There's not really like a set date. Yes, this is when we're going to be friends. You know, it wasn't like the Hulk Hogan and Macho Man forming the Macho Madness superpower team. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, it happened. Hey, we're still hanging out. Hey, it's like 80 years later, we're still friends. The whole bunch of us. Stu Hop, the Ninja Twins, Attack Slug. We've been friends for years. Don Vito and Dane Gilhausen wants to know what I thought of the Batman-Superman movie. I absolutely loved it. The only two things I did not like about the movie, and they weren't even a big deal. I just didn't like who they picked to be the Flash, and I wasn't sure why Batman was having those dreams about the future and Darkseid and all that. Otherwise, I love the movie. I prefer the kid from the TV show, The Flash, but that's not a big deal, you know? And that's not really a gripe. It's just like, that's what I would have done. But I know there's, you know, different production houses and contracts and bullshit, and, you know. But then I didn't understand why Bruce Wayne was having the the dreams, the nightmares that he called them. I mean, you know, is he just having dreams? I mean, obviously he's predicting the future there. I just don't understand why. Carlos Gill says, what kind of music do I like? I used to run a music store for 6 years. It was the best job I ever had, and I only left because I could not make more money there. So, while working there, I learned to appreciate all sorts of genres of music, but if I had to pick a couple, Billy Joel, I think, is my absolute favorite. But don't be mistaken, I like Metallica. I like a little bit of rap, not really. A little bit of country, not really. But, you know, you can catch me singing along to Selena Gomez on the radio. Dakota wants to know if we can make a trade. Yes, I haven't done a action figure open trade challenge video. I haven't updated a new one yet. I'll get on that this week and get that out there. But Dakota presented some cars, model cars and stuff to trade. They're pretty awesome. Feisty Pants just isn't into model cars. If you guys want to make a trade, just stick to what's in the video. That is that.
Now here's the most important part of the episode. Here's the show. You can find me at MyPalAlex on the Twitter. At MyPalAlex is in all the YouTube titles of all the videos. Sunday we do Q&A and we do pay-per-view predictions when there's a pay-per-view later that night. And then we do results and reactions. Monday, Feisty Pants and I do toy hunts and toy hauls. Tuesday I talk baseball. Wednesday, Feisty Pants plays some Minecraft. Thursday and Saturday we leave it open for everything else we do. Lego, custom action figures, regular action figures, EverQuest, all sorts of fun stuff. Friday is more commonly the Fan Mail Friday. It's got a nice name to it. People kind of associate with it. And if you have something for me to open on camera, and if it's something I can review in itself, I will. You want to send it to Alex's Toy Show, P.O. Box 13, Bayville, New Jersey 08721. You can find me in some amino groups, Instagram, and once in a while I'll stream my session on EverQuest on Twitch, and you can get a feel for, you know, the game that I play.
I think that's it. Like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more.